Welcome to Puy Vidal, a 13th century chateau nestled in the heart of the Charente. Join my mother, my father, my sister, my fiancé, and I, an American family, as we move from New York City to California to the southwest of France. This is Dreaming of a Chateau. In the weeks that followed our furniture container arrival, we turned to our next big challenge, which was transforming the chateau from a family home into an events and hospitality business. We envisioned the Lady of the Chateau business as a home for artists, travelers, and history lovers. A country house where groups can come together under one roof for extended learning and recreation stays, and most importantly, as a shared way of life that we hope will inspire and nurture. This process was crucial as we had committed ourselves to hosting our very first creative retreat, a 10-day oil painting workshop within just a few months of settling into Puy Vidal. This intense deadline was intentional because it would provide us with a chance to test and validate our main vision of living and working at the Chateau. We would spend 12 weeks juggling an endless and ever-growing to-do list, ranging from Chateau upkeep, local vendor relationships, Wi-Fi connectivity, septic tank problems, electrical troubleshooting, clearing, furnishing, and outfitting 5 guest ensuite bedrooms and bathrooms, creating an art studio, setting up serving and dining spaces to provide 3 meals a day for the full week of the workshop, sourcing high-quality event essentials and guest amenities, workshop logistics and itinerary development, guest communications, marketing and promotional materials for the workshop, legal infrastructure for our business, and finally, reevaluating the Chateau's common spaces, grounds, and even the surrounding villages and cities as potential painting destinations for our guests. It wasn't always easy. We had many ups and downs. Some days we felt like we were accomplishing it all, and other days we had no idea how we would ever get it all done. But this process of developing our home and our business together has really been the work of turning this dream into a reality. To begin this whole process, we knew we first had to clear out all of the old things left behind by the old owners that were still lingering in many of the bedrooms and common spaces.
Yeah?
Is that okay? There was something like 12 old mattresses from at least the 1950s left behind in many of the towers and bedrooms. Oh my God, this bed must be 100 years old.
We're here in the little governess room trying to get rid of all this stuff. We have a massive déchetterie run to do later today.
Oh my God, these springs are like a backache waiting to happen. Look,
It's
and then
awful.
they're tied together by twine.
I mean, it's not awful. It's just what it used to be.
I've never seen. Mama, was this technology of mattress around in the 70s, or do you think it's way older than that?
No, yeah.
70s? This twine
No
and
wonder
springs?
all of your generation suffers from back pain.
I don't know about.
Is that when they invented chiropractors?
I don't know about the twine and springs, but that springs definitely.
Staircase for this purpose to slide mattresses up and down. It's so wow.
Mattress surfing.
We're actually lining the staircase of the chateau to do mattress surfing.
This is why we need adult supervision and we should not be allowed to do things like this alone. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Careful on this one.
It's like swimming down the stairs.
Is there someone up there watching? We're diving off the mattresses.
It's like a fairy tale. She wanted to access on the feet. No, Julia! It's Princess Diaries 2, the royal engagement. Yeah.
No, careful, careful. You be careful. We were diving. Go, go, go. This is amazing. This is amazing.
You know, that should help with this, right?
There you go.
You're great. Yeah.
Careful, careful, careful.
It's pretty easy.
Ellaby, what are you up to?
Oh, we're just unpacking all of our Bracante finds. Look at all the little chandeliers we got.
Amazing.
We spent €360 on all of these fixtures, some linens, these 3 end tables, 5 beautiful medieval chairs, a bunch of books,
Let's see.
and a ton of like copper tchotchkes, and a couple lamps, and I don't even know what else.
Wow.
But these are the chairs that Julie and Carolina saw the first time. I saw independently and loved, and I can't believe they didn't get it the first time, but thank God they were still there.
Beautiful.
Even with as much furniture as we had shipped from California and that we had purchased from the previous owners, we found we still have had to search high and low through Bracantes, charity shops, antique stores all throughout our local region for beautiful furniture for the bedrooms and the extra common rooms that we just hadn't filled yet.
Mommy, hey, what do you like to show on camera? This is how romantic I am. I go out, I go shopping, and I bring my partner socks.
And this is why I love you. Socks are the best gift ever. I never have enough socks.
I know, she never has
I
enough
never
socks.
have matching socks. And if it were up to me, I would never have to wash socks. I would just have one per day of the year.
You know, somehow, this is true. We never have enough socks.
So, vlogging. Vlogging. Your deadline was 7 on Saturday. It's okay.
There's so much content now.
Yeah.
It was 6 gigabytes.
Well, this can really, but the thing is, I think we just over filmed, so you can just really chop it.
I know, that's what I'm doing right now, but I have to watch it all.
Yeah, I know. Watch it all to chop it all. Yeah, that's okay.
Welcome to our shop. Welcome to our shop.
Wow, yeah, this is like a Bracante in here. How lovely. And what do we have here? A Carolina with a limp foot, a mattress, and a pepperoni. She like,
You know, we would often watch our favorite show, Escape to the Chateau, DIY, and wonder, why do they put themselves in such difficult timelines? Granted, we have 2 months left, but there is a lot of work, and we're lucky we have a lot of pans, but we still feel the pressure.
we still feel like we put ourselves in a difficult timeline of prepping every single room, and we're not even really renovating them.
We'll pick one up at Leroy Merlin or something. All right, late night at the Chateau. We're doing mattress
We're beyond
sorting.
tired now, so we're just doing more work. That's how it works, right? Once you reach the point of no return,
Second and third win.
we have our insurance company visiting us tomorrow because I am a masochist. And every time anyone asks us, hey, can we stop by, blah, 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 I just say, yes! And then we figure out the details later. Even if it's after container delivery.
Ready to go.
Have you seen how good this looks?
Let me see.
Yeah, there too.
Oh, it looks great.
The actual destination was over here.
In the other 12
If
room?
you'd like to see.
Does that light work?
But it's kind of nice over there too.
Oh, it
But,
does.
like, in here, it would be like a good dresser because there's not really that much.
So we're building.
It's fine for a guest, right?
That's fine for a guest. So we're
learning.
And we're still at it.
Oh, I'm exhausted. My feet are starting to hurt. And
Yeah.
my twisted ankle is
Flaring up.
Flaring
Maybe you should stop. Oh. You want to go to San Diego, Papa?
You'd be so popular there.
You have built-in friends in San
And you
Diego.
have built-in friends in San Diego.
Hey, you know. Okay. Troubadour, are you excited?
Yeah, sure. Can I get the keys actually? Do you have them? Yeah, sweet.
Okay, Mumu, where are you going?
I am going to Paris right now and then ultimately home to San Diego because I can't stay any longer. I've already spent the 3 months here, but I get 2 days in Paris in a hostel to actually see the sights. We haven't really been able to have any time in Paris every time we pass through, so I'm excited to do that now.
Yeah. When are you coming back?
I'm coming back in September for the workshop. Thank you.
Yay.
And everyone here has COVID, so we're all wearing masks.
We're all getting
Everyone
over,
except me.
Yeah.
we're all getting over COVID. Ben already tested negative.
Yeah.
So I think we're all out of it, but drink calmly.
Okay.
So she's heading back to San Diego. She's gonna help Papa pack up.
Okay, I really need to go now.
Okay. Yeah, don't miss your train.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Unfortunately, Americans in Europe can only stay 90 days out of every 180-day period, and we had been unsure about how to calculate when this period started and stopped. So it turned out she had to stay out of the country for another 3 months after she left. Once we realized this, we had to majorly adapt our plans for how to pull off the workshop without her.
Bye. Troubadour. Come here. Oh, she left
They know.
Papa.
They know when people leave. They're like, what happened? What did I do wrong?
Troubadour.
Ran after you, Penelope.
As soon as we had multiple people living in the West Wing, we started to notice that there was a global problem with the plumbing and the septic tank in that area of the chateau. After several months of chasing the problem around, we finally realized that there was a septic tank that had gone completely missing and everyone had forgotten about, and it hadn't been cleared out for the past 23 years. Therefore, all of the toilets in that circuit had become progressively clogged. We called in a septic tank specialist and he got it cleaned out in a day. And after that, all 5 bathrooms in the West Wing began to work beautifully. It was a major accomplishment and gave us huge peace of mind for the workshop to come. By far the most difficult bathroom of the 3 suites in the central wing that we had decided to focus on for the workshop was the Toile de Jouy suite bathroom. It had rotting floors underneath a very old and dirty carpet. It had toilet issues, shower head issues, and generally a terrible color scheme and quite overwhelming and
things
tired.
that we've decided we absolutely have to do for the workshop. And to start, it would be fixing these cracks
Let's see.
along the walls that we think look a little little too awful. Big project is to work on the floor and put a temporary kind of laminated PVC flooring, or vinyl of some sort. The next thing we're gonna do is just do the recaulking here in a couple of areas. We have a lot of work to do there. Let's see back here. Yeah, we're thinking of removing the toilet just to be able to lay down the vinyl flooring. And finally, yeah, just tidying it up.
This bathroom is the only bathroom for this old apartment that used to be here, which has a kitchen and a bedroom. I love this bedroom. It's so pretty. I think it's gonna be really, really sweet. So we're planning on putting one of our workshop attendees in this room, but they're gonna have to go through the little kitchen and around to the bathroom, which will be semi in public because the other bedroom guests will have to come through this room. So they'll come around here. So it's a slightly funky situation for right now.
Lots and lots of things to do, but every day, little by little, the more we do, or the more we feel accomplished, and the more work we take on.
We're also thinking about this hallway because it's so pretty, but so faded. So we're really having wallpaper issues, and I personally just don't like the light blue carpet and all of the light blue. So we're working on a new color scheme to repaint the woodwork, peel off the wallpaper, and either do wallpaper or just paint it, and then have new curtains made. Yes. Beautiful. Does this clock work? Oh, you have to repair it.
No, I have the wine, and I don't know if it's this one or that.
Oh wow, lovely.
Do we put it there, or do we
or maybe
put
in that
between
door nook.
This and that balance this and
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, better. That's lovely. Then we need to bring a couple more like copper vases or something that looks
And
kind
then I
of
put
cool.
the little mirror there.
Was that not there?
No, but we
Yeah,
can
that looks
put
better.
a bigger mirror.
But this looks great here. God, things are looking really good. Here's our beautiful tapestry.
It separates this. Okay, we have this from the clock, and then put little nails on this, and we can hook it on and put it on the wall.
Right, so you don't want to just put nails on the wall? Oh, I see. It's just better with a thing.
It's much firmer.
Beautiful.
It's such a beautiful piece. I fell in love with this. This is one of the first things I think I got it for an anniversary, and it's one of the best buys we've done.
Mm-hmm.
This and our ladies looking at each other. I'm very excited.
And then the Deef, one of our most nice paintings, is there, and it looks fantastic. Really fantastic. So, wow, only 3 hours ago I was in here showing the plans for removing the bidet, and the bidet is gone. Wow. And then they've also pulled up all of the rotting floorboards.
It's quite stinky.
And
This
it
is
is
all
quite
purely
stinky.
nice.
Oh, here's the detritus.
Nails, check glass.
So what's...
Nice clean cut, tiny one.
That's really cool.
After months of lusting after my beautiful green screen, she could not resist.
Ta-da!
She got one too.
It's so nice, and I always want to steal Caroline's computer and do stuff on it. And then I say that I don't do work because it's not as fun on my laptop. So now I don't have an excuse.
It looks beautiful. Congrats.
And I got Puy Vidal orange.
Puy Vidal orange? Okay.
Carolina has Puy Vidal light blue green.
This is our first evening in our new office setup. It's making us very happy as we
finally reach a point of zen in this room.
Yes, I think we need this disclaimer. So, Carolina and I are out frantically looking for things like lamps, benches, mirrors, lots of beautiful little decorative pieces for the bedrooms. So we have sprints, we're borrowing from the tech world. Every week we have to focus on a different stage. So this week is a lot of on the ground hunting, and we're gonna start really moving around in the chateau physically and clearing spaces, setting up spaces, making sure we have like towels and things like that.
We also have our fridge delivery on Thursday.
Yeah, we just found like a great fridge that's a Hayer, which is a Chinese company.
Yeah.
And they call them American fridges here in France, which means it has the double door and it's large. And our current fridge in our downstairs kitchen is very small and it doesn't work for it. So it's going to be a huge upgrade for us to have a nice new large fridge. I think it'll get us through a lot of hosting and guests.
So, Julia Carolina just found this amazing clock, mantle clock. We were missing something for the West Wing that we've been putting together, the West Wing sitting room. And they found this at a brocante, and look at her, how beautiful, beautiful she is. This is all marble, and this is bronze. And she seems to be sitting on a fish, because you see the tail back here, but you see both her legs.
Fish.
And she has a rope here, and she was covered in dirt, every single part, and there's all these little ridges. And the brocante man told Julia to put vinegar and baking soda, which I use a lot for cleaning, and just do it with this. So I brushed her off first because she was covered in dirt, and then I'm doing this, and she's regaining a little bit of the patina as it builds up.
Wow,
Oh
she's
my gosh,
beautiful.
she's magnificent. This boat arrived today as well, and beautiful willow pattern. And I washed it all by hand because I don't know how old it is. Look how beautiful this is. Right here.
So lovely.
So pretty.
Wow.
And then there's more here, all along here, and then I did a load in the washing machine. And you just found these, which I have not checked out either.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful.
Are they pretty? How much do you think they were?
I don't know. I don't have any idea.
Like they're made in Italy.
Oh.
He gave them to us for €2 for all of them.
Oh, wow. Yes, I saw that
and then
€2.
he gave us that for free.
A little bonus.
Carolina and Ben today went out and bought plywood or like composite wood, right? So that they can repair the piece of the floor that is completely rotten and broken, and then they're gonna put the laminate on top. And the laminate looks like this. It's not the most beautiful one, but it's just the cheapest one so that we don't spend too much on something that's only gonna be used for 1 week. So we had to tackle the foundational problems like the floor, the toilet, the bidet that was taking a lot of space, the grout that had been really wasting away around the shower, and then we could finally get to the more cosmetic elements, and we hoped we could get all of this done before September. And this is the Carolina bathroom that she's been renovating, and it's really nicely redone. Except I'm gonna get in here and put some paint on the walls. And then I think this whole suite will be done to a decent level.
Okay, so we discovered, not that we discovered.
We did. We found the right brand. We did this test before, if you remember, and it was
Awful.
and it didn't cover anything. And we were like, wow, this tile paint idea was not actually possible. And we just bought a different brand out of desperation, and it's covering all of the pattern.
She's very happy.
And it's wonderful. I think the bathrooms might look clean.
A little cleaner.
That's our only goal, is clean, not pretty. That's a future goal.
And we're back in the 12 bathroom because we can't give up.
We want it to be beautiful. Do you like it?
I love it.
It's
Good-
a
good
really
color.
lovely, soft green. Good job, Renee.
It's actually covering. Well, you guys picked it.
Isn't it nice? And look, the grout is actually like staying here. I know. Just show them.
Very nice. Wow, it's going. How's the paint? Is it?
It's
going fast?
excellent. The worst. Here it is. It got delivered and it's beautiful. But it's kind of like this other one, but lighter. I think the color is even prettier.
Should we share
What do you think? Sure what?
the price?
Oh, sure. It's staggering.
This beautiful thing we got for 60,
70.
70 euros. At the current dollar price would be $70.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Certain things are expensive here, but old, beautiful furniture is not one of them.
It's not one of them. Yeah, people really don't want these things in their home.
Yeah, it's amazing. Here's some small Chateau lifestyle adjustments that happen. Every time we get a package, the doorbell sounds inside in the kitchen, and that means someone's back there ringing the gate doorbell. So then we have to answer the phone, tell them that we're coming, run outside, click the beep gate button, and then make sure that the gate stays open for them. As you can see, it's quite a long way. And then we run out, and then we get the package, and then we come back. And then someone is very happy to receive packages. Just got a package with all of our glassware for the workshop. This is called the Amboise goblet, designed after Renaissance wine glasses that were inspired by Italy, by Venetian blown glass. And it's made by a company called La Rochère, which has been a glass making company since 1475. And they make just really beautiful glassware. It's not crystal, it's heavy duty glass. And it's just so pretty. So we thought that would be a very durable, sturdy, and beautiful choice for all of our events. The shot glasses out here and repackage and figure out what the return cost.
We got so much more stuff today. You excited?
It's just a delivery party every day here. Every day.
For the workshop, we had to order a ton of glasses, wine glasses, water glasses, etc., etc., and more beds. Oh man.
We're coming in at a moment of deep accomplishment here. Tell us what you've been up to over here.
Okay, this is weeks of work. Here I just organized things by bins. It was organizing by style, then bins.
So this is all your table setting
This
stuff,
is
right?
all my table settings. Napkins.
So now she's been
wine,
labeling
so that we can find them
white
easily
napkins,
when we have
white tablecloths,
dinner parties.
French color tablecloths, small square tablecloths, all the colorful napkins, and then less frequently used things.
Yeah.
And then up here is like little decorative vases and things, and then candles and some oddly shaped glasses and cups. All of this looks amazing.
Would you like to look at our serving
Yes.
area? Okay, it's not completely clean. And as you see, this has been our life. We get something beautiful and then it falls apart like this that I was painting.
As we add stuff.
But we actually bought this beautiful empty log, and then it was getting all our
This
stuff.
was an amazing
in here.
Emmaus find. It's so pretty.
Yeah. See, Julia, here are the small ones. A lot of them that you were asking
Oh,
about.
great.
And a lot of large ones.
Great.
And this is
Okay,
for
so we do have a
breakfast
lot
and
more.
lunch. And then we have our cutlery.
Very nice.
And then we have little extras
this looks amazing.
here.
Here's an extra key. Oh,
Extras.
very cute.
Be able anything you
I
need
love
that's
that.
little extras.
And she's done a very ingenious thing that this whole thing was lined with a toile de jouy, and then she just put a clear plastic coat to protect the plates and leave the pattern shining through, which I think is beautiful.
Here we're having everything that will be serving juices and coffee.
Very nice.
And we'll put it up here. There's trays down here. There's serving, so that we can go from here. We're gonna line this up with breakfast food and lunch food that they can serve themselves.
Yeah, she painted this whole thing. We're gonna switch the light to something pretty.
Yeah, hopefully.
But for now, it's very nice.
And then we have a little gallery of very rustic paintings that we had and color studies that we've made. And,
all kind of food themed.
and then, so the idea is the guests come here, they serve themselves coffee, there'll be plates, there'll be food, there'll be fruit, and more food for breakfast and lunch. And then they take their plates up here. And then we bought this beautiful tables, 3 in a row, so that they can sit in groups of 4. Or we can sit them over there if there's just 6 total. But if not, they can separate, have breakfast, and then go to a workshop.
Very nice.
So it's beautiful.
And where are their workshops?
Well, the workshop will be in different areas, but we have a beautiful room over there for this coming one. That's the art workshop, but of course they're going to do plein air as well, so they'll be outside. And we have a studio over there, and they're going to be floating around.
Very nice. And we found all these beautiful postcards at a brocante in Vertillac when we went with Manor and Maker and Stephanie and Philip and Vivian and Simon. Then we just bought these very simple gold frames for them, but it looks beautiful. So I'm going to go hang them now in the bathrooms that we've finished painting. And I think it'll add a really special little touch of something kind of delicate. This is a lovely little horse riding, and Penelope liked it because there were female horseback riders. We should put this in her room. Okay. And then lovely, lovely costuming etchings. They're prints, and they're authentic prints, which is lovely. The Chateau, our favorite date spot.
4 or 5 mattresses. This is how I romance her. It's like
This is when we get our alone time.
It's our date.
We actually do enjoy it quite a lot.
My absolute favorite, the Chateau. Truly.
It's so good.
It's so much
One
fun.
of our favorite parts about France.
It's a Virgo in me that likes sorting.
It's small, it's accessible, it's 5 minutes away, it's free, and it's organized, and they pay for people to stand there and help you decide where to put things.
And yes, I know that when I say it's free, I know your tax dollars are going into it, but still, like...
But in the US, you have to pay to get rid of things.
Yeah.
Every time,
Every
which just
time.
feels so awful that there's not like systems
Like
that are
you can bring
there to receive
mattresses and
trash.
they'll put them in the home mattress recycling area. It's just incredible. It's truly my favorite.
The King Suite was interesting for us because Carolina and I had actually chosen it as our principal bedroom when we first moved to the Chateau. We had chosen this room because it was the most central bedroom, and we could keep an eye on the north gardens and the courtyard
from the same room from the windows, and it had 2 staircases that accessed the central wing and the west wing. So when we were here in the chateau by ourselves in early spring, it seemed the logical choice to keep an eye on as much of the chateau as we could. We had only about a week to try and beautify the bedroom itself and then try and make the bathroom as acceptable as we could get it. The biggest problem we encountered with the bathroom was the intensely patterned tile, as was the case in so many of the 70s bathrooms. So fortunately, we found really wonderful tile paint that had worked very well in the Toile de Jouy suite. And we decided to go for a light gray off-white color to help go with the dark slate flooring in that bathroom. Paint on the walls was just not working with the color scheme. So we picked a really lovely, it was called Edelweiss, really pretty sort of gray, green color, very cool, very light. And I think it really helped all of the colors just synthesize in that bathroom and feel clean and light.
Shopping for the chateau?
When you have a chateau, it's like having 5 houses, maybe more. We need like a 1 toilet cleaner per bathroom, so we don't have to run everywhere looking for the right bottle.
Yeah.
Because then you just drive yourself insane and you lose a lot of time. So if you can have little pods of cleaning all over the house, it's so much better. But that means you have to come and buy like 8 of everything.
8 of everything, yeah. And this is basically our decking out for the workshop, because we have our workers coming in to clean and prepare everything. So there you have it. Here we are. More workshop prep. Putting away a ton of stuff. Maruka's cleaning. Ben is our resident electrician today. He actually pays rent here, but we also make him work. And yeah, we're changing the connection on these little lamps to work because they're American lamps. Maruka's cleaning up over there, trying to make stuff look nice.
Maruka's sleeve got caught in the door as she was bringing in coffee there.
Oh no!
Spilled it on the fabric.
Oh my god.
The Lafayette room presented less of a challenge, although the silk fabric on the wall is quite a lot decoratively. We decided to leave it for now. The bathroom, though not my favorite, was definitely more presentable. It had tile on the floor already, so it didn't have any of the moisture issues. And though simple, it was functional and comfortable.
Absolutely great. So this is our studio space. So as you can see, it's also been our dumping ground from the container arriving, and it's not too bad, the number of boxes left, but we're just not going to be able to unpack these in time. We still don't know where we're all living and stuff, so we're going to just move this whole thing to the garage, which is even further away, and then we'll just have this all clear, and it's going to be a lovely artist space.
Well, it's been a long day. We've been prepping our art salon little by little, removing a lot of the boxes that we have in here to just really open up the space for art supplies, tables, tripods, easels, and all of the material that we need to bring in here to make this a nice cozy art room for the guests coming soon. We also have to clear out this arcade, which is our landing spot for all of our packaging material and Burkant finds. Yeah, 5 weeks to go, lots to do, beds to assemble, more power washing to do on the floor to clean all the areas up. But otherwise, it's another beautiful day at the Chateau.
We got all the rattan garden furniture. 2 large pallets. Whee! They're beautiful.
Goodbye.
And 6, just so you know. They're beautiful. Look how fast they came.
These were new, right?
These are new. Wow. Beautiful.
Ben is building bikes. He leaves in 2 days.
Almost gone.
He's almost gone, but he's actually helped us really do a lot of heavy lifting in this last couple of weeks, and we appreciate him for that. More stuff?
More stuff. This is all the paints, the oil paints for the painting workshop.
Beautiful. Wow, it's a lot.
It's very heavy. So fun getting packages.
This is the equivalent of Blick here in France. It's called, what is it called?
Le Géant des Beaux-Arts. Very nice.
Oh my god, it's tiny.
Oh, beautiful. Gamblin. Cadmium.
Beautiful.
Okay, we have to really inventory this to make sure we have
Everything.
all the right stuff. We are currently in package reception mode. This is a lot of last minute stuff that we need to get ready for the workshop. And ta-da! We just received
Or tripods.
tripods. And then these are the beautiful easels. Ooh, canvas. Very cute. They're going to be working with something a little different, but a little lighter. But it's
That's the gist.
perfect. Wow. We made out like bandits at Emmaus. And we ran into a fellow Chateau owner in the region who we met through email, but then we got to meet her in person today and her partner. So it was a very good day. And we have a second load to go back for. Gleamingly bright blue thing.
You can't miss it. The Hall of Mirrors here at the workshop space. Beautiful. We got a bunch of chandeliers and some awesome rattan that Julia has been super excited about.
Oh yes, this
This is us testing the projector screen.
I see that Mr. Bingley continues his attentions to Jane, does he? I'm very happy for her, Charlotte. She does seem very well pleased.
Almost 2 months, 2.5 months.
Oh yeah, and they're still hitting corners.
And he hasn't seen the East Wing, so of course we decided the nighttime to show him the East Wing.
Because he likes to get scared.
It is hot up
It
here.
is very.
Isn't this like a magical mirror?
Can you guys clean it? Is
Yeah.
it dirty?
Yeah.
See.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice.
No.
This is awesome.
Baby, I keep finding like tax records here. Look, these really come shop in here at our own brick hunt.
Yeah, this is wicked.
And they really took care of the stuff that was in here. I mean, they kind of just left it intact.
No, they did. They kept bringing. We just decided at the last minute to take on the large challenge of ripping up this entire hallway of carpet because it's just driving us absolutely insane. And there's beautiful hardwood underneath, so we're just, for the first time ever, figure out how to refinish a floor.
Okay.
But you know what? We have more confidence now than we did when we got here. I think maybe we should just do this immediately.
Should I make a time lapse?
Ta-da! Immediate ramification. Immediate. Wow. Okay. I'll keep going. Wow. Alright, second half to do. That was like ridiculously easy to pull out.
And it looks
Not
beautiful.
scary. Not scary
Looks
because it's not in a
beautiful.
bathroom. It's not in a bathroom. It doesn't have a ton of humidity on it. I'm not that scared.
The moment I see hardwood, it makes the paintings and the paint and the curtains just look nicer.
Yeah.
Wow, that's satisfying. Look at that. That is so crazy easy. The glue is like wanting to come off.
The Chateau is helping us.
It is. Puy Vidal's like, get rid of this. Give me new frocks. Give me new beautiful things. Okay, I come home. A big, big win. Finally, some days we have only setbacks and some days we find this under the carpet. And I don't think it's going to be that difficult to make this presentable.
Yeah.
This is so great. Next question. Should we do that one?
Yes. That one's scary.
It's
Do you
so
want to show that
ugly.
one? That's
Okay, this one is really icky because it's a kitchen, but it's really wrecking the vibe here because of that. So this lovely guest here that has a beautiful room then has to deal with this as their hallway to get to their bathroom right now, which is kind of the way that our flow is gonna work. Oh my god, baby, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks
God,
really good.
Ben, we throw it on a runner even right now, and it looks better than it did.
Damn, y'all are insane.
Yeah,
Nice.
a little bit. I can't believe it.
And it's gonna just shine.
And then should we treat it?
I mean, yeah, if we figure out
If
how
we
to.
can.
It's hard, but
It's hard.
not it's hard. It's just like it's a lot of like knee work.
Okay.
But
So we pulled up the rug here in this kitchen, and now I'm using this little sort of spatula thing and a sledgehammer to slowly chip away at this insulation layer they put before they put a carpet. And I think they put it to even out some of the bumps in the wood, which we may have to figure out a solution for. But even if we throw a rug over it, at least it'll be just bare wood, and we're kind of peeling back the layers of fabric that they have going on. And here's the old carpet over there, all ripped out.
we rented the floor sander and the corner sander and all the, hey, troubadour. There she goes. She's going to inspect the material, make sure we picked everything we needed. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we have a big sanding project, and our awesome gardeners are going to help us with it.
The floor has been waxed, sealed, treated with beeswax, and it's going to receive a final polish next week. This is the finished result. Just got a huge upgrade. Oh wait,
Here you go.
yes, thank you. Hello, Caroline and I are doing finishing touches to the hallway, which the name of the game is mostly hide all the ugly stuff as best as we can and create a sort of symmetrical-ish gallery of hallway. But it's really helping because there's a lot of really bad wallpaper issues. And just that as you walk down a long, beautiful hall, you kind of want something to look at. So I love a lot of art on a hallway. So I think we've done a good job. We've basically poached a lot of artwork from all over the Chateau and mirrors. And I think all the colors are really pretty now. And it's gonna be like this until we have time to come back here and like truly re-wallpaper and repaint and make it all like new and beautiful.
You guys don't have any more of this.
Yeah,
Just
we
throw
have
it out.
one that's similar.
The stripy one?
Yeah, what
I
do you
just
think?
compared it. It's too light.
It's too light.
It's very light.
We're
It's
thinking of
okay.
just leaving it. What do you think? Okay, so how's this?
Beautiful.
Here we are at the 11th hour, trying to get a chandelier up in the king room bathroom.
Yeah.
Caroline has been taking the lead on figuring out how to do electricity and install things.
So far, I haven't killed myself, so we're doing well.
She's doing very
Basically, I just read a lot of like read a lot of like articles and watch YouTube videos to try to figure this stuff out. But Every day presents a new challenge. Like this, I've never seen this type of cable since we've been installing sconces and
Yeah, this
chandeliers.
is weird.
Let's see if it works.
Yeah, I hope.
Do you want to show them where it's gonna go?
It's gonna go
inside
there.
that bathroom. We'll show it. We are, after a very long day, wrapping up the day with some paint in the Lafayette room.
Very satisfying day though. Lots of really important progress. And we're starting to finally do the paint.
Crazy. We have spackling to do. We had to mount some towel bars in this bathroom. And
Showered in here last night, and we're like, it just feels kind of like a motel bathroom somehow. So we were inspired to come and paint just to give it a little more warmth and romance, and even if it's still 70s tile, it'll feel like it just has character instead of just being this white and gray kind of feeling.
yeah. Here's another task we've taken on for the evening. It's 11 o'clock. And Julia really wants to see this all white. I think I agree.
The problem is it's a little hallway now for this other bedroom over here, and there's this beautiful toile de jouy fabric on the wall, and there's all this beautiful pattern, and then when you add this other like modern tile with blue, it just doesn't allow the eye to go focus
Kills the
back
vibe.
there on the beautiful, like, you know, very Chateau-y details and designs. You kind of get distracted by this blue, and there's nothing wrong with this blue, it just doesn't work next to the rooms that it's next to.
Yeah.
So,
Hi.
hi. We're 1 week away from our workshop. I think we've accomplished a phenomenal amount of just kind of elevating all of the bedrooms to a nice, comfortable, clean status. I think we're finally feeling ready and comfortable putting people in these rooms, because before it just felt like they just needed deep cleaning, removal of like rotting carpets and things like that, and we were just not sure if we were gonna make it. But now I look around and I walk around and it feels clean, beautiful, a general level of consistent prettiness, and I think there's still more we can do, but I think we're feeling pretty confident right now. After weeks of never-ending work, hundreds of tasks accomplished, many new French phrases learned, new friends made, and a whole team assembled, we finally made it to the day of the workshop. From top to bottom, all 14,000 square feet were ready for guests. We couldn't be prouder of how everything came together at the very end. New furniture, new fabrics and bedding, all the repairs, installations, deep cleaning, fresh paint, and finishing touches like plants and candles helped bring a fresh new feel to these rooms. The moment the guests walked in, we watched them take in everything around them, and we felt the months of preparations melt away, experiencing the delight and beauty of this place right along with them. Throughout the Chateau's many rooms and gardens, as well as surrounding scenic spots, they painted color studies, captured capturing impressions of light and color. We had formal dinners every night, followed by movie nights, games of pétanque, and costume parties. A certain alchemy transpired, creating a feeling of instant community and creativity. As the week came to a close, we said goodbye to our first group of guests, and we felt a sense of confidence settle in.